Good to see you back out there. Good job. Here comes Coach.
All right, we'll grab an opening statement from Coach Campy, open the floor up to the players, and then open it up for you.
Obviously, we're disappointed in the outcome. Toledo's won the MAC last few years. We've had some great 2 years ago. Jamal Kane and Jen Moore's team, we won by 20. Last year, they won by 20. So it's going to be a battle. And it was a really good basketball game. It didn't go our way at the end. We did a lot of great things out there to get ourselves back in the game. We did a lot of really bad things to put ourselves in a bad position. We did a lot of really good things to get back in the game. Our defense, it's crazy how good our defense is, but then it's crazy how bad it was at times. And it's also, a lot of it's bad because our offense is pathetic. It's just pathetic. It's just not good. And some really bad turnovers and bad shots, and it leads to runouts or something for them. That 17-2 start of the second half was more our offense than our defense. At the timeout I called, they weren't scoring against our defense. It was everything transition because of what we had just done on offense, and dunks and open shots. We got to clean that up, and if we do, we have a chance. But until we clean that up, it's going to look like this.
Question for players.
For Blake, how were you feeling physically tonight?
I was feeling about normal, almost. It didn't affect me much. My hip's all right, so I have a great training staff. Jim Scholler got me ready, and we've been working around the clock with this thing. We'll see how long it holds up.
Yeah, for Trey, for you and Chris in the paint, what was Toledo doing defensively to kind of give you guys a little bit of trouble?
Fouling.
Yeah, but I was still getting. I can't speak for Chris, but for myself, I was still getting in spots to score, and I just couldn't buy a basket today. And my team kept feeding me the ball, which was great to see. Even though I wasn't making them, they trusted I would. As many double teams as I've been used to seeing, and I was missing shots. That was pretty much it.
Trey, take us through that last play there at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's something that we've worked on, and we're prepared for that situation, and we knew it was coming. Blake threw a perfect pass. I thought they might call a foul just on the pass because I caught it over top of him and got bumped towards the baseline. And we had over 3 seconds, so I could have gathered myself and power dribbled backwards to make them even more so want to call a foul. And I just didn't do that and missed the shot in the game. But it was a perfect pass for Blake, perfect screen from Jack. Just didn't execute it for myself.
Any final thoughts? Questions? Trey, Blake, thank you guys.
Thanks.
Coach, it was a slow start in the second half. Was there something to that, or?
I don't know. Slow start to the beginning of the game, too. Most of the games this year, other than Fort Wayne, we've had really good starts, both the first half and the second half. Both Fort Wayne and this game were both really poor starts, begin the game and to begin the second half. That's the 2 home games, I don't know. I'll take a good look at the tape and try and figure out why. And, obviously that dug us a hole, but we got back. We had the lead, We had the lead. We never got the lead in the ball, but we had the lead. Or maybe we had the lead in the ball once. We might have had a couple chances to get it to 4, but we didn't. We just didn't do it. We missed a lot of really good shots, and that's unfortunate. It cost us the game.
We talked about all season about waiting for Blake Landman to come back, and now that he was finally here and you played him over 30 minutes, what'd you think?
I played him over 30.
Or about 30, I should say, or 28, I think.
29, I believe.
Oh, he was supposed to only play 15.
Mm-hmm.
He just means so much to our team. He's averaging 4 threes a game in the 3 games he's played. He's making 4 a game, and he's shooting 40% from the 3. That's a huge weapon to have. more importantly, he's really, really good defensively. You know, he knows the zone. He's a really good teacher of the zone. He gets people where they're supposed to be, and he's one of our best communicators. So it's very, very, very important to have him back, and I'm really pleased to have him back. And I just hope tomorrow he wakes up and he's okay. You know, we won't know on this. I mean, we'll see. He's a couple of weeks. He can play up to 8 or 9 games, and then if it goes, then, you know, we'll have to make a decision to redshirt him or not. But based on the last 2 days and based on what he just did, you know, it's trending up. But again, tomorrow will be the real, you know, after all that, we'll see when he wakes up in the morning.
Cam, kind of take us through that last play from your viewpoint.
Oh, it's a play we've won games with probably 5 times in the 40 years I've been here. We ran it against Milwaukee during the COVID year in front of nobody and got a point blank layup, and the kid missed it that would have won the game. And instead, it was a tie game, and we went to overtime and lost. But I mean, it was an uncontested layup. Toledo guarded it a little. Toledo guarded it a little better than normal people guard it. Normally, he's wide open. This guy undercut him a little bit, and Trey kind of landed on top of him. And I think because Trey got the ball, they didn't call it. I guess he wanted the referee wanted the play to be a determining factor and not a whistle. So, Trey caught the ball like he said. We really harped on that. We have 3 seconds. You can dribble the length of the court in 3 seconds. You know, you don't have to panic when you catch it. Get to work, and if it goes in, we win. And it didn't. You know, it's disappointing that it didn't go in.
Coach, you mentioned how you had that slow start to the second half, and then you guys really got hot there. You put Toledo in a long drought, and you guys had a nice run yourselves. Was there a matchup you took advantage of? Was it you were running a certain set that they had nothing to counteract? What allowed you guys to really get going well?
No, it was we ran better offense. Goki made a 3, and then he rattled another one in. It kind of luckily went in, right? And it got the juice going on the crowd. It got the juice going on our players. But what we were doing, we were getting good shots, and they didn't get runouts. They really struggled to score in the half court against it. Not the first 4 minutes of the game. The first 4 minutes of the game, they shredded the zone, shredded it. All right. But a lot of that was us not getting to our spots, kind of lollygagging around. And after that, under timeout in the first half, they had 16 points. And at the under 3 timeout, I think they had 24. So for that 14 minutes, we really guarded. And then the same thing happened in the second half. They got runouts and turnovers and bad shots, and bam. And then we started playing good offense, and they really struggled to score against their zone. It's not just them. Almost everybody struggles to score against that zone. It's been that way all year. But it's our offense that's killing us. And we've got a lot of time, now that after Friday night, we got a week of not playing anybody. We only played 2 games the following week, and then we get the Christmas off. So we got a lot of practice time now that we can fix this offense. And with Blake back, I hope we can get into a routine and get going in it, because we have a lot of weapons offensively.
Camp, I wanted to ask you about Baru in the zone, because there were a couple times in the basketball game where he was able to get to that corner, that split second. How much does a split second, how much of a difference does a split second make in the zone defense?
Yeah, I wish I'd had him in at the end, because the 3 that won the game for them, we didn't get there. And it's their best player. If it had been somebody else on their team that isn't the scorer, but if it was 21 or 0, Moss or Maddox, you got it down in distance, right? The game's on the line. We're up 2. Or maybe we were up 3 at the time. The game was tied at the time, I think. And he gets an open 3 in the corner. And at that time of the game, you can't do that. You got to get there. That's Maddox in the corner. You got to cheat. He got screened, and you can say, well, we got screened, but you got, the toughness comes in at that time of the game. You've got to see that's happening. You got to see the guy's going to screen you. You got to beat it. You got to be there on the catch. And we weren't, and the kid made a 3, and that should not happen. But when you put yourselves in those situations, single little mistakes like that are what beat you. What really beat you was how we played offense in this basketball game, and the fact that we only shot 7 free throws and they shot 17. That's what beat us. They shot 17 free throws. We're throwing the ball inside all game and we shoot 7. That's what beat us. We're 7 of 7.
When was the last time, I don't mean to put you on the spot with it, Cam, but we talked about it during the broadcast as well. I believe you didn't shoot a free throw in the first half.
Never.
Yeah, do you ever recall that?
I would say I've never seen that in this gym. I've seen it on the road in Power 5 gyms and that, but never in this gym, especially the way we play, throw the ball inside.
Any final questions? Thanks, Coach.
Yep.